the stock went down and whoever shorted the stock made money.
How's it going, everyone? This is Daniel, and in this video we are going to be talking about Tesla stock. We're going to go over and look at the massive volatility that we experienced with Tesla stock and go over what to expect for Tesla next week. We have some important economic data coming out that is related to inflation next week. We're going to talk about how that could potentially affect Tesla and also the overall stock market, and also go over an interview that Bill Gates did. He made some controversial comments in that interview, so we're going to be watching that too. So make sure you stay tuned. Now let's get right into the video. So as you can see over here, we have Tesla stock sitting at $865.65. We're down 0.87 for the day. For the week, we're actually up 1.68%. At one point, we're sitting at above $950. And at one point, we're also sitting at $850. So we were talking about this key price point level several times, and we saw some extreme volatility with Tesla stock. So let's go over and look at the overall stock market too. As you can see over here, we have the overall stock market today that was relatively flat. We have the energy sector that is continuously breaking out to the upside. So from the beginning of the year, the energy sector has been dominating it, and this is one of the sectors that has been continuously going up to the upside. But we have companies like Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Amazon that were relatively slightly down to the downside. So now let's talk about what to expect for the overall stock market. So we have some important economic data coming out next week. Wednesday, May 11th, we have the consumer price index data coming out, the core CPI for the month of April, and we have the core CPI year over year data coming out. So of course, inflation has gone up significantly within the past few months. So we'll see how this number is going to be at. And also on Monday, May 9, we also have the consumer 1-year inflation expectations for Q1, and we also have the consumer 3-year inflation expectation for Q1 to be reported. So it's going to be really interesting because all of these data are sensitive to what the Fed is doing. So we definitely need to be watching out for these numbers. If they're relatively higher or lower, that can significantly affect the overall stock market too. So now let's talk about what Bill Gates had to say about Tesla. So as you can see, we're getting some headlines talking about exactly Bill Gates hits back at Elon Musk, says shorting Tesla does not mean betting against the environment or electric cars. We talked about Bill Gates a couple of videos back. We had the confirmation from a screenshot from a phone conversation between Elon Musk and Bill Gates that Bill Gates actually has a position on Tesla, which is short. So on this video on the recent interview that he did, he talked about exactly, why shorting Tesla does not mean that he's not supportive of the environment. He actually spends billions of dollars every year to help the environment. He also talks about exactly what he thinks about Elon Musk acquiring Twitter, and he said some really controversial statements on his response. So we're going to be watching the video in detail, of course, and then I'm going to come back and then we're going to talk about exactly what to expect for Tesla stock next week.
Do you think that misinformation should be actively repressed by social media platforms? They should be making these judgments, or are you more the view of an Elon Musk that it should be more of a free debate?
I do think that people who own platforms have a role there, and eventually the platforms tried to play that role. It was kind of too late, and when you don't have the trusted leaders, speaking out about vaccines, it's pretty hard for the platform to work against that. So I think we have a leadership problem and we have a platform problem.
So do you have any advice for Elon Musk, as he buys Twitter, of what he should do on this?
Well, he actually could make it worse. That's not his track record. I mean, his track record with Tesla and SpaceX is pretty mind-blowing at putting together a great team of engineers and, taking the people who worked in those fields in a less bold way and really showing them up. I kind of doubt that'll happen this time, but we should have an open mind and never underestimate Elon. What's his goal? Where he talks about the openness, how does he feel about something that says vaccines kill people, or that Bill Gates is tracking people? Is that one of the things he thinks should be spread? So it's not totally clear what he's going to do.
Is big risks with a platform like that that's so pivotal for speech and ideas in society a good idea?
It's possible that because he took big risks in SpaceX and Tesla. They both were in periods of financial stress where he went full speed ahead and came through that. The fact that he didn't buy Twitter to make money means that if there's something great that can be done, if all you need is money and hiring great engineers, he's probably as good a person as any. Or his goals for what it ends up being, does it match this idea of less extreme falsehood spreading so quickly, weird conspiracy theories? Does he share that goal or not? I thought that just human judgment would work. And so far, at least under the stress of the pandemic, that hasn't stopped the crazy stuff from getting out and kind of resonating with people in terms of it's a much simpler explanation to say that this person started the pandemic than that there's this weird thing in biology where viruses.
But talking of crazy stuff, he's tweeted about you recently a little bit. I mean, how do you respond to that?
That doesn't bother me.
And are you shorting Tesla? I mean, that's his sort of underlying concern.
It's possible that the stock went down and whoever shorted the stock made money. I don't know. Did it go down in the last month?
I have not been following Tesla stock. It goes up and down.
I don't think whether one's short or long Tesla is a statement about your seriousness about climate change. I'm putting billions of dollars into climate change innovation. I applaud Tesla's role in helping with climate change. And I have nothing but positive things to say about Elon. If he makes Twitter worse, fine. I'll speak out about that. But I wouldn't assume that's what's going to happen.
Now let's talk about the overall stock market and also Tesla stock. So as you can see, we have the SPY S&P 500 ETF. Unfortunately, it closed below some of the important key price point levels that we're watching, which is $415. And unfortunately, we're down. We closed below that. So next week, we have also some important economic data that we talked about coming out. So it's going to be really interesting how we are going to be trending. Right now, it seems like we are breaking down, but we will see if we can get any kind of a reversal. And also for Tesla. So Tesla stock also saw extreme volatility this week. At one point, we're sitting at $950. At another point, we're down to $850. So we're still in this range. So relatively nothing really changed that much from last week. We're actually up 1% for the week. At least we are trending higher for the week. So that's just a positive. So next week is going to be also very, very important for Tesla. We're at a very critical price point level of around $850. So if we can stay above $850, we can potentially be trending higher to $900. But depending upon how the overall stock market is going to be trading is going to be very, very important because we don't have any individual catalysts coming out for Tesla for next week. So Tesla is going to be trading just like how the overall market is going to be trading. So just be on the lookout for that. Just keep an eye on for $850 is going to be the support that we're watching. And if we can stay above that, we can potentially push back. So that is going to be the price levels that we need to be watching out and the expectation for next week. So let me know what you think about in the comment section below about Bill Gates' comments in the videos. I'd love to hear your opinion. Of course, let me know also in the comment section below if you actually bought Tesla stock when we had this massive dip over here. So I'd love to hear your opinion, also your comments. Make sure you drop in the comment section below. And also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notification bell. But I'll catch you guys on another video. Have a wonderful day.